Test, 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 test. Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Actually, yeah. Testing, 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 testing. Why is it not? Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Are you commentating too? No? Oh, okay. I thought it was about to be a tag team thing. I was getting excited for that. One day? 22. This guy's just Ezekiel, no last name. Just Ezekiel. Okay, so we got Dane Smith. Dane Smith, DeAndre Goldburn. Test, test, test.
black jersey, top of the AM in the red jersey. You know what time it is. Tell a friend, get on your social media.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. It is time for some amazing b-ball action as always. You know how the vibes are on a Friday night. This, of course, is Friday Night Lights, live and direct from the Tait McKenzie Centre, where some of the very best local Canadian talent will come out to show off the razzle-dazzle, the step-backs, and everything in between. To win the bragging rights in the Toronto Pro-Am. This, of course, is week 3, and it's win or go home tonight, so everything is on the line. 2 teams from today will progress to tomorrow, which will be our Final 4, before we have our championship night on August 1st. And right now, tonight, we have top of the AM going up against Boom Squad. We got top of the AM in the orange or red, depending on how your color configuration is on your screen. And we have Boom Squad in black. Might expect a couple of dunks on the floor from Boom Squad. Might drop a couple of boom bombs if we see a couple of those. And we're right there underway. Great ball distribution. Everybody trying to take it calm and pick their passes early on. Great ball movement out on the key results in a three-point shot that goes off the backboard. And we have a first foul with some sportsmanship displayed on the floor. It's all love right here in Toronto. That's how we roll. Boom Squad will bring the ball up. We have Benny Kazadi inbounding all the way to Mike Ebagaru. Mike finds this player out on the wing. He goes to work from range. That's Matthias Case, and he sinks it for 3. Alex Johnson trying to do it all by himself and gets the foul call. He's going to shoot 2 at the free throw line. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. We're in year 3 of our edition. All the way back in 2023, we had some of the very best Canadian talents in the likes of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Leonard Miller, Dwight Powell, Andrew Nemard making it all the way to the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, losing out to his fellow Canadian Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. These are some of the star-studded names we find here, having history at the Toronto Pro-Am. As top of the AM sink the free throws. As back-to-back possessions that Mr. Case is trying to get a bucket for himself, trying to display that energy early on and make a statement for Boom Squad. Otley tries to find the open man. Goldborn hits the pump fake, and that's out of bounds. Which way will this go? We got Boom Squad sitting pretty 7-2 against top of the AM. Great way to start off with some pizzazz. As top of the AM's DeAndre Goldburn sinks it from mid-range. I was reminiscent of fellow Canadian Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, always going to work and making his scratch from the middle of the paints. Trey Thomas swings it back out with a brilliant pass to Andre. He's looking for the foul, gets absolutely nothing, as Nigel will go strong. And that's rolled in comfortably from Boom Squad. They make it a 5-point game. It's 9-4. Top of the AM yet to get some momentum rolling in our Friday Night Lights edition. This, of course, is one of 2 games we have rolling tonight. Right after this, we have Saga City going up against DIC 8. Tim Miller. And Boom Squad make it double digits on the nights as Kalen Nicholson goes to work from the top of the key. Once again, finding that favored mid-range spot and sinking it with ease. Trey Thomas out on the wing. Back out to Benny Kazadi. Calling for the screen. No good. Goes to work all by himself. Stops on the dime, and the ball is lost. That's a turnover. It's a 3-on-2 possession. He goes in strong on selfish basketball. Lands in the hands of Anthony Otley with a comfortable finish. Top of the AM, closing the gap to just 3 points on the night. Matthias Cates sung the three earlier on in the game. He's feeling hot. This time it doesn't go in for him. And that makes it just a 1-point game, courtesy of Anthony Otley. That's back-to-back buckets. That's a beautiful, beautiful three from Alex Johnson to tie the game at 13 apiece. Boom Squad at 1 point up by as much as 5 points. Now have the gap closed as once again Case tries to go all the way with an underhand finish and doesn't go. Alex Johnson drills it with authority to give them the 3-point lead. That's back-to-back threes on the night. Top of the AM. Shooting from the top of the key to sing the three. Trey Thomas tries to respond, and he responds adequately with the three of his own. We might have a flurry of threes tonight. DeAndre Goldburn runs into a congested paint, looking for the friendly bounce. It's cleaned off the glass by Nigel Tider. He goes strong, but some solid defense from the Boom Squad. Rejects the opportunity. Trey Thomas on the fast break. Finds the open man, Jalen Levine, and he finishes off the attack. This time we got Kalen Nicholson trying to call the plays. Trying to run the floor like a floor general that he is. Very comfortable on the dime. Alex Johnson goes for the three. That's 3 threes on the night for Alex Johnson. Might be the making of a new star. Unsuccessful attempt from Boom Squad. Trey Thomas tries to make it 4. Pardon me, that's Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson trying to go 4 for 4 in the night. That does not work out. Matthias Case opts for the mid-range floater. Gets it a go. Goldburn. The right of the key. Cleaned up by Otley. Showing off some beautiful footwork as a textbook finish. You see that taught in all the training camps all across the country. Basketball fundamentals is what it comes down to. It'll never fail you. Matthias Case with a step back, no good. Back in the hands of Alex Johnson. Goes for the behind the back pass to Kalen Nicholson. Long two is no good, but it's cleaned up comfortably by DeAndre Goldburn. Mike Evagaro goes up against 2 men. Trey Thomas launches from way out. Lands in the hands of Case. Second attempt for Trey Thomas, and this time it's good. If you fail once, just keep on trying. As long as it goes in, that's what matters. Kalen Nicholson hits the first shot. Alex Johnson this time goes up again. That's 4 threes on the night. 12 points with ease only in the first quarter. We got a hot hand in the field. Great response from Andre Silkonox. He gets the first points of the night, opens up the account. The danger man, Alex Johnson, feeds it off to Nigel, and he'll get the foul call. He'll be making the trip to the free throw line. Beautiful play calling from the refs as they don their classic summertime shorts. And the uniform will have Nickeil Alexander at the line, shooting 2.
Nickeil, give me one. Shout out my brother Drew E. Banks, on basketball in the building.
Top of the AM, of course, not strangers to the big moments. Their last encounter on the opening weekend narrowly managed to scrape out a win against Not a Word. Literally went all the way to overtime, as it was a successful free throw shooting that saved them on that night. They hit 2 for 2 to edge out Not a Word. And now if they win, they'll make it to the Final Four. While Boom Squad, on the other hand, lost their opening fixture against Saga City, who will be playing right after this game. They're looking to scrape out a win tonight to keep their hopes alive in the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. Kalen Nicholson running down the clock. It's picked off and stolen. Boom Squad's Tait Thomas goes for it himself with a crafty left-hand finish. And that closes out the first quarter. We have Boom Squad up 29-27 against Top of the AM. We head into our first quarter break and we'll be right back. Special shout out, of course, to our MC of the night, MC E-Bone, one of the hottest MCs in Toronto. And that's, of course, one of the special features of the Toronto Pro-Am series. We see the whole community come out to lock arms and share their love for basketball, showing support to some of our rising stars. And we got some veterans on the floor, too. Lots of players playing overseas in countries like Greece, China, in the US of A, and some even playing locally in Canada in some of our iconic leagues like the CEBL. We have people from all walks of life, from high school levels all the way to longtime veterans making their names tonight and over the course of the series in the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. Top of the AM, of course, are a very experienced squad. They've been in business for about 11 years and counting. Big shout out to Dane Smith, University of Tennessee and Martin grad, for putting together this squad. Lots of experience in various leagues all around. It's a great and one finish from DeAndre Johnson, who shoot the and one at the line just shortly.
DeAndre Johnson, basket counts, listen.
The key figure to look out for Top of the AM, of course, is number 22, Iggy Hunts, a 6'8" forward who is a menace on defense, not afraid to jump in for some blocks on any given opportunity. He'll be a very great presence for Top of the AM, as they have the likes of Iggy Hunts and Alex Johnson, who's got the hot hand. He's on defense right now. Long three goes up from Jamal, and it's no good. Alex Johnson going for the quick early pass, as Kayla Nicholson is on an island, goes for the spin move shot, but it's no good. Tait Thomas almost hit with the double team. Such a crafty playmaker. He's got some great combos in his bag. Iggy Hunts hitting the first block of the game. Unfortunately, could not clean up the rebound, and he paid for it. But we can see some of his menacing defense on display. Not afraid to go for a few blocks of his own. Dane Smith, a key figure on the squad. Hands it off to Alex Johnson. Dane Smith from the corner, three is short. Pass to the wing is Levine. Back in the hands of Thomas. Such a skillful player. Uses the screen from Ezekiel. It's blocked off the air by Kalen Nicholson. DeAndre Johnson trying to make something happen in this early moments. Stops on a dime. Cleaned up by Iggy Hunt, and he gets the foul call. Such a tall, towering figure in the paint. 6'8" Iggy Hunt. Great two-way player on offense and defense. He'll be shooting two at the moment. As always, a special shout out to our sponsors on the night. Big shout out to Foot Locker Canada, Canada Basketball, Arrête Threads, and of course, CBC Sports for sponsoring tonight's stream. As we have Iggy Hunt on the free throw line, sinks both 2 for 2, a calm finisher. Got a great arsenal of skill sets in his bag at any given moment. As we have Jalen going for the mid-range shot, it's a congested paint. But DeAndre Johnson cleans it up. Nicholson back in the hands of Dane Smith. He's 0 for 2 from the wing at this point in time. Hands it off to Iggy Hunt. Great ball movements. Results in a three-point attempt, and that's going to be out of bounds. Top of the AM trying to utilize the wings as often as possible. Seeking out opportunities to go for the three-point shot. Or utilizing the great ball movements as we sink a three from Boom Squad's Jalen Levine. He opens his account on the night. We have the big man with a three-point shooting threat. That's always a nightmare for any team. Once again, top of the AM, fakes courtesy of Nicholson. Pump fake from DeAndre Johnson, once again getting the foul call. An experienced set of players with top of the AM, knowing how to get those foul calls on any given opportunity. A quick combination of pump fakes, stopping on the dimes, results in a couple of those free throw calls. He's going to shoot two on the night. Just a reminder, as always, to sign up for our Youth Academy, always taking place shortly before any of our sessions. We have our very next one coming up on August 1st at 6 p.m. It's, of course, free for anybody who wants to attend. And they learn some of the basketball fundamentals, dribbling, passing, shooting, and anything it takes to make it to the next level happening at our Youth Academy. This Boom Squad get the foul call of their own with an and one. Mike Edward-Garber will make a trip to the line. Got a timeout called by top of the AM. Once again, this is Friday Night Lights if you're just joining us for the Toronto Pro-Am 2025, year 3 of operation, and it's only getting bigger and better with every iteration. Up after this game, make sure you stay tuned for Saga City going up against DAC and Team Miller. Team Miller, of course, were the 2024 champions, featuring Leonard Miller, who broke the record for most points at the Toronto Pro-Am with 50 points on the night, a scoring record. And not surprisingly, Leonard Miller of Team Miller came out various NBA alumni featuring in our Toronto Pro-Am series, the likes of Nickeil Alexander of the Hawks, Leonard Miller, as we mentioned, of the Timberwolves, Dwight Powell of the Mavericks, and Andrew Nembhard, an NBA finalist playing for the Pacers. Edward-Garber unsuccessful from the line. The Boom Squad still have the comfortable 5-point lead. And it's good from way out. DeAndre Goldburn making it just a 2-point game in the second quarter. Mike Egbegaro doesn't utilize the option of Levine on the corner. He sunk his last 3 from the wing. And we have our first jam of the night. Put that on the highlight reel. Kind of ironic. Top of the AM hitting the boom in the face of Boom Squad. Nicholson launches from boinks off the rim, and it's no good. Jamal Lobby Wrights. Extra pass out to Egbegaro. That's out of bounds in the hands of top of the AM. We're going to see Benny Kazadi, Matthias Kaysen. And that's a block to open up his accounts. What a way to make a statement checking in. Levine goes for the 3 again. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Might have to take some notes from Alex Johnson. Johnson sinking 4 threes in the first quarter. Going to be a problem for Boom Squad tonight if they don't contain that 3-point shooting. Relatively equal amount of 3-point attempts from both teams. This Boom Squad will inbound with 14. Matthias Case trying to get open. Falls in the hands of Egbegaro. Case wavering. A crafty dribbler, not afraid to go for the long shot. Goes to his favorite mid-range spot. Does not get the shooter's bounce. Feeds it through the lane. Once again, that silky ball movement from top of the AM. Playing like a professional team out here. Lots of chemistry. The 11-year team in the summer series of Canadian basketball show their wonderful chemistry. It's Benny Kazadi. Drains it from 3. Goldburn going crafty. And it's picked off by Jalen Levine. It's a 1-on-4. Goes for the layup. And he gets the foul call from the refs. Great use of the body when going up for the layups. That's something. Youth camp all across the country. You might miss the shot, but you'll get the call. And you have second redemption.
God, who gets the first one, check back to the guy, Superman Johnson. I believe you're teaching.
38-43 is the scoreline still. Boom Squad always narrowly holding on to their lead. We had top of the AM up by as much as 3 points at some point in the game. Once again, the 6'8" forward will make a trip to the line to shoot 2.
What the heck? Obviously.
Nickeil Hunt's a prolific free throw shooter. 4 for 4 on the nights from the free throw line. Once again, it was free throws that helped top of the AM secure the victory against Not a Word. AM showing their class and experience in the ball movements, making the right plays, playing unselfish basketball. Iggy Hunt going coast to coast, a defensive menace flying like Superman all the way to the cup. Back in the hands of Levine. The big man with the three-point threats is picked off by Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson rises high. He can shoot the threes, but he can also play defense. Your classic 3-and-D player. Size doesn't matter when you have the good technique. Fast break. DeAndre Johnson going for the jam. No good. I think I saw a little bit of that windmill attempt in there. Johnson will shoot two at the line. A rare free throw miss from top of the AM. Might want to get the composure loaded up right now. Nerves may be high and palms may be sweaty, because everything is on the line as we head into our Final Four tomorrow. But right now, we're live in Friday Night Lights. This is the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. Classic post-up action from Andre. Great footwork from Iggy Hunt, keeps him off his mark. Behind the back from Alex Johnson. Quick on his feet like bolts. Otley rising high for the three-point shot. It's almost picked off by Johnson. McKay takes care of the basketball. Edwagaro looking to make the right play. Trey Thomas opts for the three-point shot. Superman Johnson waving off the overload. Otley. Iggy Hunt opts for the classic post-up action. Steps through, almost gets the finish. Boom Squad will head to the line to shoot another pair of free throws.
Not that night way Mike's moving right now. Don't give up. Who's in his way?
That's 1 for 2 for Edwagaro as it's a one-point game as we approach 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Alex Johnson looks for the backdoor cut, and it's a jam from top of the AM, courtesy of Goulburn. 47-44 is the score. Matthias Cates goes around the screen, hits the pump fake, and he drains it from way out. Matthias Cates exhibiting some classy composure to hit the three. It's crunch time in the second quarter. Edwagaro trying to do it all by himself. It's blocked up by none other than Iggy Hunt as he's fouled. 3 blocks in the Knights for Iggy, the defensive menace for top of the AM.
Jamal Wright also checking into the game for top of the AM. Number 5, Tait McKenzie Centre.
You have Boom Squad with 5 team fouls on the Knights, making top of the AM to enter the bonus. You got to take care of those fouls. Iggy can drain him from the line. 5 for 5 from the free throw line as we speak. And that's 6 for 6 for Iggy Hunt, playing basketball the right way. Getting blocks on defense, hitting the fast break floaters. And of course, taking care of those free throws. It might be simple, it might be boring, but it's essential if you want to win basketball games. Mateus Case, unselfish to Tait Thomas. Alex Johnson, the speedy playmaker, out for the first pass. As it's finished on the mismatch by Anthony Otley. Ed Bagaro trying to ride strong, not afraid to use his body to go into the paint. As we approach 30 seconds left in the first half. Case, a crafty dribbler, goes for the step back. Emhard. He got a similar hairstyle going on. I wonder if he watches him from time to time in the NBA Finals. Alex Johnson with 21 seconds left. Go for the bank shot, it's no good. 15 seconds on the half. As Tait Thomas will take his time to bring it up. He's on an island. Waves up the rest. Andre tries to set the pick. Tait Thomas swings it back out. And it's no good. We have top of the AM up by 4, 51-47 as we head into the halftime break. Once again, this is Toronto Pro-Am 2025. The one and only sanctioned league by the NBA in Canada, where we see some of the top Canadian talent scrap it out on the hardwood of the Tait McKenzie Centre, live and direct from North York, Ontario. We'll be right back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, in our second half. 4-point game, top of the AM, up 51-47 against Boom Squad. Cleaning up the mess, trying to run the usual rotations, using the classic pick and rolls, or feeding the man out on the wing. As Goldburn goes for the three, and it's gold from way out. Tait Thomas leading the charge with the open lane, rises up high and gets the and one. It's a blocking foul from Dane Smith.
You see what you guys see? That's my country right there. Yes, sir.
Anthony Otley steps out of bounds. Well, pardon me, that's a foul against Boom Squad. Top of the AM will inbound with 17 on the clock. Finds the hands of Alex Johnson. Boom Squad doing everything they can to prevent that three-point shooting as it goes out of bounds. Boom Squad basketball. Alex Johnson already hitting 4 threes of the night. Very evident he's a threat from long range. That's why we see the likes of Andre Silkenox sticking close by him like glue to prevent the shot. They'll much rather opt for him going for the layup in the congestion plates. We have Matthias Cates going to work. Loves that sidestep. Ebagaro goes for the underhand MJ finish. Not able to stick the landing. Goldburn, back-to-back threes from DeAndre Goldburn. He makes it look easy with the form. Trying to put on a shooting clinic tonight as Tait Thomas beats Goldburn to the cup. And once again, Alex Johnson. Swings it back out. Goldburn trying to go 3 for 3. Pump fake from Johnson. Launches up the three. No good this time around. Is Nigel Tider. And Ebagaro hustling. Will it be a jump ball? It's a scrappy affair out here in Toronto Pro-Am. No free lunches out here in Friday Night Lights. You got to earn every possession, every moment, and every basket. Once again, just a reminder that this is Friday Night Lights. We'll be back again tomorrow for our Final Four. Doors open at 2 p.m. Same place, Tait McKenzie Centre in Toronto, Ontario. And of course, we have championship nights, August 1st. Such a great way to open up our last month of the summertime. 7:30 p.m. at the Tait McKenzie Centre once again. Will we have back-to-back championships from Team Miller, or are we going to crown a new champion? Make sure you get your tickets to find out. August 1st, 7:30 p.m. Lots of deliberation from the refs, trying to get the right play calls. Also, lots of time for Boom Squad to think about the arrangement of their rotations. Lots of moments where they could have made that extra pass to find an open man and go for the three-point shot. Fairly even in three-point attempts and makes. Might be what edges out the win tonight if they can clean up some of that. But we see lots of one-on-one possessions as Andre sinks it this time around. Dane Smith, the veteran, loses possession. Matthias Case goes for the dunk, and Boom Squad earned their first boom on the night. It's a boom kind of nights and Friday Night Lights. The lights are never too bright for Matthias Case as he makes his statements. Alex Johnson, speedy through the lane. Step back mini from Goldburn. Goldburn from the wing, unsuccessful. Cleaned up by Smith. Johnson with the mismatch. Uses the screen of Tighter. The classic pick and roll is the option he opts for, and it's a big mess in the paint. It's a 3-second violation, and possession will swing to Boom Squad. Matthias Case will inbound to Trey Thomas. Trey Thomas, one of the quickest players on the floor, adequately matched up against Alex Johnson. Pretty difficult to keep up with the pace and flashiness. Quite reminiscent of Allen Iverson in the good old days. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Alex Johnson finds Dane Smith. He's 0 for 3 for 3 on the night. Dane Smith currently unable to hit those threes, but putting in lots of good effort plays whenever needed. This time Trey Thomas swings past him, finds the hands of Ekbagaru, and he gets the foul call. He'll make a trip once again to the free throw line.
Falls on red 75.
Ekbagaru with a strong body, never a stranger to going in strong towards the rim. Once again, it's those fundamentals. Can't get the foul call if you don't contest, and he does exactly that. And here he is sinking the first free throw of 2.
Easy Money checks into the game. Iggy Hunt checks into the game. Tait McKenzie checks into the game.
We have Nicholson up top of the AM checking back in, as well as Ezekiel of Boom Squad. Ezekiel's got some of the flashiest kicks on the court. And if you want to be as dripped out as Ezekiel, make sure you visit Foot Locker Canada. Iggy Hunt opting for the 2-man action, which Nigel back in the hands of Nicholson. It's no good. Matthias Case leading the attack. Thomas goes for the 3, and he daps up Case, who opts for the extra pass this time around, and we see how it pays off successfully as Boom Squad are up by 4. As we head to the halfway point, Jalen Levine. Thomas goes for the back-to-back. And Ezekiel gets the bucket. It's a 6-point game for Boom Squad. Nicholson swings it to Alex Johnson. Long 3, and that's 3-pointer number 5 on the night. Just Squad were running away with this one. Alex Johnson says, "Give me that ball." Time to show him how to play some basketball. Friday Night Lights in the Toronto Pro-Am Series. Classic sidestep from Matthias Case. He loves to spam that sidestep at any given moment. Johnson will bring it up for top of the AM. Iggy Hunt setting the screen on the far side. Finds the hands of Nicholson. One of many crafty dribblers on the night. Superman Johnson goes up once again for the 3, and that's 6th night. He is on a heater at the Tait McKenzie Centre. We might get 10 threes tonight at this rate from Alex Johnson. Great. Unselfish to Nicholson. Once again to Johnson. Thought about the three. Nickeil goes to Iggy. Iggy never afraid to rise high like a earns its trip to the free throw line. 100% from the free throw line is Iggy Hunt so far.
Iggy Hunt going to the line. 222.
Nickeil Hunt currently 6 for 6 at the free throw line. Trying to extend that. Misses his first free throw, and you can clearly see the frustration. An unusual and rare miss from Nickeil Hunt. No way he's missing 2 tonight. Unbelievable. First pair of misses from Nickeil Hunt. I think I may have jinxed him tonight. Tait Thomas stops on a dime. Out to Case. Case with his back to the rim. Goes for his classic sidestep. Crafty, but it's great defense. Alex Johnson going coast to coast. Tries to find the open man. And it's wide open. Are we going to get a jam from Benny Kazadi? Nicholson from the right arc hits the midi with ease. It's tied at 65 points apiece as we head into 3 minutes left in quarter 3. Levine goes for the three-pointer, bounces in and out. Nicholson, the classic crossover. As Nigel Tyler bats it out and his Boom Squad possession.
Jamal Wright checking in to the game. 65 apiece. Right now,
Boom Squad, of course, fighting for a lot tonight. They lost their opening game to Sauga City on opening weekend. We're, of course, going to see Sauga City going up against DAC and T. Miller right after this game.
with 18 points, no other than number 2.
And, of course, top of the AM, 1-0 in this series. Edging out a close victory against Not a Word on opening weekend. Trying to go 2-0 tonight to stamp their place in the Final Four.
And I'm just going to manifest he's going to hit these 2 free throws, so he's going to join the 20-point club.
This, of course, is the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. And if you're unfamiliar with the format, we basically have 6 teams competing in a 4-week tournament-style battle for a chance to be crowned the Toronto Pro-Am Summer League champions. They, of course, get lots of bragging rights, lots of media attention, and they put their name on the map in the city that loves basketball to the core. No better time for basketball than in the summertime. As we have Tait Thomas draining the free throw. Making it a 1-point lead for Boom Squad. Alex Johnson almost picked off by Thomas. Nickeil Hunt goes for the Case sidestep and drains the long 2. The bench is loving that one. And I think he's even more impressed by his own craftsmanship. Levine throws away the pass. Goldburn feeds it to Johnson, who goes for the long 3. Levine almost left wide open. Couldn't catch that one. Jamal Wright goes for the long throw. As Kazadi is on an island. Trying to find Tait Thomas once again. 5 seconds on the shot clock. As Thomas rises high and drains it with 2 seconds to go. Less than 2 minutes to play in quarter 3. 68-67 in favor of Boom Squad. Nickeil Hunt's trying to get the oop from Nicholson. Once again, making another attempt. That's attempt number 5 from the free throw line. He's currently 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Both number 13s from both teams check back in. We have Anthony Otley and Godwin Bowen checking back into the game. Godwin will bring it up this time around. A flurry of crafty dribblers on the floor. Jamal Wrights back in the hands of Godwin. Corner three is no good. Nicholson leading the charge. Utilizing the beautiful screen as he gets the backdoor cut to Goldburn. You got to get that vision. You got to keep your head up every time. And he makes them pay. It's blocked. Block number 4 by Iggy Hunt. And on the second attempt, Ezekiel gets the jam. .40 seconds left in quarter 3. Nicholson. 2-on-1, and it's blocked off by Ezekiel. Results in a fast break for Boom Squad. Back after the wing. Levine wide open. It's an air ball. 25 seconds to go. And this time, top of the AM take care of business. That's 73-70. It's picked off on the inbound pass. And Boom Squad survived the scare. They're being picked up full court, trying to force a turnover for Boom Squad. Five seconds to play. Ed Vigaro going for it himself. And he hits the floater with .5 left to play. Making it a 1-point game at 73-72 as we head into quarter 4. Top of the AM up by 1 against Boom Squad. Once again, this is Friday Night Lights at the Tait McKenzie Centre. Brought to you by Toronto Pro-Am in collaboration with CBC. We'll be right back here tomorrow for our Final Four, 2 p.m. doors open. And of course, we have our championship nights. August 1st, the first day of the last month of summer. 7:30 p.m. is when doors open. Make sure you cop your tickets right now. And a special thank you to Foot Locker Canada, Canada Basketball, and Red Threads, our sponsors for tonight. We've seen the constant threat of players like Alex Johnson from top of the AM, doing everything you want your guard to do on every possession. Of course, a prolific long-range three-point shooter, hitting 6 threes tonight, hitting a couple of floaters on drives, but also not afraid to make that extra pass in any given moments, playing unselfish basketball. As we see top of the AM not trying to be superstars tonight, but instead trying to play basketball the right way and make good things happen as a result.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the only quarter that matters in basketball, the fourth quarter.
Once again, we're going to take care of our score clock tonight. And just a reminder that right after this game between top of the AM and Boom Squad, we have Sauga City and DAC and Team Miller coming up right next. Sauga City featuring the likes of Javion Tyndale, the Montverde Academy player. Also featuring in the OSBA, we have the likes of Xavier Ochu, a local OUA sports player for U Windsor. And we have the brothers, Nas and Eli Mitrulong, Canadian Greek athletes playing for AK Athens and Eris. A whole star-studded lineup for Sauga City. Nicholson goes for the alley-oop, couldn't make the connection. Tait Thomas feeds it off to Ezekiel as he gets fouled. He'll make a trip to the free throw line. Ezekiel, just like his fellow counterpart, number 22, Iggy Hunts, playing fantastic basketball on defense, rising high for some important blocks tonight. Looking to gain the lead for Boom Squad as he misses the first, can still tie the game. Oh for 2 is Ezekiel. This time we have Goldburn utilizing the screen of Iggy Hunts. Hits the contested 3, and it bounces off the backboard. Godwin finding the open Thomas. Thomas rising high for mid-range, no good. A ricochet of basketballs results in the hands of top of the AM. Nicholson trying to slow things down, and he goes high for the jam. Kayla Nicholson, a problem tonight. His back-to-back booms, and this time it's Jamal Wright. Still a one-point game, top of the AM. Everybody rising high. This time it's Goldburn, adding his name to the list of boomers tonight. By boomer, I mean anybody who's not afraid to attack that rim with intensity. This time Ezekiel up to the floater. Classic big man move. No footwork wasted, just efficient rolling to the rim and getting your spot. And that's a charge and violation. Iggy Hunt's not happy with that call whatsoever. Iggy known for his menacing blocks and high pick and roll screens. Couldn't get the clean stop this time around, results in a turnover for top of the AM. Godwin Boahen swings it back out. Epagaru always going strong like the Hulk to the rim. No foul call this time around. Back in the hands of Nicholson. Nicholson matched up pretty well by Thomas, but he's successful on that drive. It's a three-point lead for top of the AM. Thomas this time utilizing the screen of Ezekiel. Runs into a bit of a commotion. The lack of communication and coordination results in a turnover. But Ed Bagaro saves the day with the midi. DeAndre Johnson hits the crossover combination and floats the mid-range mismatch over Thomas. Thomas trying to get revenge. Feeds it off to Jamal Wright, who does the right thing this time around. If the three-pointers ain't falling, just go to the rim. You might get the finish or you might get the call. It's that simple. As Ezekiel picks it off, Jamal Wright's wide open, and Boom Squad's number 10 hits the boom. That's a timeout called by top of the AM as Boom Squad get the lead 82-81 in our fourth quarter. Toronto Pro-Am 2025.
You got to do that. God damn. Yo, that's next level. He did it so naturally. Ladies and gentlemen, this is great basketball 82-81. I don't know which is going to go. And right now, our DJ of the evening is set on his laptop. DJ Scott.
Top of the AM having a few conversations in their team talk, hoping to clean up some of their communication on defense. Lots of easy possessions where Boom Squad have gotten some easy buckets on them. They'll need to clean that up if they want to see out this victory. But yeah, once again, like we mentioned earlier on, there are no strangers to close victories, as we saw in their opening weekend matchup against Not a Word. Nickeil Tighter goes big and strong to the cup and gets the finish. Nickeil easily stepping into the role of Iggy Hunts with that classic big man offense. As Nicholson tries to lead the charge alongside Alex Johnson. Uses the high pick and roll screen. As once again, it's a mid-range floater from Goldburn. Top of the AM going back to their classic basketball plays to get some quick buckets, while Boom Squad are snoozing the tempo a lot slower as they opt for the classic pick and rolls. Trying to attack through the wings, and that results in a turnover. Alex Johnson beats Nicholson. Nicholson from the edge hits the midi. And we have a timeout called by Boom Squad as they go on an 8-0 run of their own, courtesy of Top of the AM. We'll be right back. Of course, the likes of Alex Johnson and Goldburn will be important. We have Johnson with 22 points on the night and Goldburn with 19 as Boom Squad close the gap to 3 points. Nicholson beats Johnson. Johnson currently sitting on 6 successful three-point attempts. Threads it off to Tighter. Goldburn goes for the long three, no good. See his case. Now to Tait Thomas. Tait Thomas with 21 points at the moment. Almost makes it 23. A crafty dribbler and a crafty finisher. We're down to our final 5 minutes in quarter 4. Goldburn back in the hands of Othley. Tighter hits the practice mid-range shot. Godwin calling for the screen from Andre. Once again, Boom Squad utilizing the left wing as they find Andre wide open for the jam. Tensions are rising and the intensity is building. As Alex Johnson once again will utilize the screen of Tighter. Goes for the three himself. Almost makes it 7, but Nickeil cleans up the mess. As the saying goes, Boardman gets paid. Tait Thomas out to Godwin. Extra pass to Case. He hits the three with ease. That's 15 points on the night from Mateus Case. The intensity may have cooled down a little bit in quarter 3, but he's surely starting to heat back up this 4th quarter. Otley is hit with a double team as Nicholson goes up for the 3, and it's cleaned off the glass by Godwin. Godwin almost going coast to coast. Sidestep, classic move from Case. Trey Thomas directing traffic as Case thought about the 3. Play will reset, 6 seconds left. Trey goes for the shot and hits the dagger. Trey Thomas with ice in his veins gives Boom Squad the lead 92-91. We're down to our final 3 minutes. Nicholson hits the floater to give top of the AM the lead once again. Trey Thomas waving off Egbagaro, utilizes the screen of Andre, tries to hit back-to-back 3s, it's no good. 2.5 minutes is top of the AM, trying to run away with their lead.
Yo, ref, I was about to lose it. I got 3 seconds. I was going to throw the mic. My bad. We got to reset the shot. This is playoff basketball. Loser? Sorry. No finals. Winner? Finals out.
Ezekiel of Boom Squad will swap back in for Andre. Very important as both teams opting for the classic pick and roll options. Trying to set the high pick and rolls to either get that 3-point shot off from the likes of Alex Johnson or Goldburn. We have Iggy Hunts left in an island with Egbagaro. Iggy Hunts cannot be stopped when he's in that position. Iggy's a problem. Egbagaro goes for the 3, it's wide left. Questionable shot selection from Boom Squad. Might come back to bite them once again. We're less than 2 minutes to go in quarter 4. Nicholson, step back midi. Couldn't get the bounce, says Iggy. Pardon me, Nigel Tyder fouls Ezekiel. Boom Squad once again have a chance of redemption. They can run their classic set plays with Ezekiel setting the high pick and roll and hopefully finding the likes of Jamal Wright cutting in from the left wing. Or maybe we might see another 3-pointer from Cates to tie the game once again. They got lots of options, but shot selection will be very important. Trey Thomas currently sitting on 24. Egbagaro back out to Jamal Wright. It's in the hands of Egbagaro. Case recovers. Trey Thomas trusts Case for the 3-pointer. Case cannot hit this time. And possession will stay with Boom Squad, but they have just 14 seconds left with 1.5 minutes on the game clock to try to tie this affair. Boom Squad looking for Thomas on the inbound. Thomas left by himself. A crafty dribbler goes behind the back. 8 seconds on the clock. Pump fake, couldn't hit the shot. It's out of bounds. But once again, Boom Squad survive. They'll keep possession. Boom Squad making all the right plays, but the shots just ain't falling. It's one of those unfortunate scenarios. 14 to inbound. Case hits a sidestep 3. Unlucky shot. And with just about 1 minute left in the game, Alex Johnson will try to pull this one away. Trying to use the high pick and roll from Iggy Hunts. Great defense from Boom Squad, but it doesn't matter when you have the likes of Otley hitting those 3s from the wing. Jamal Wright responds to keep Boom Squad's hopes alive. That's out of bounds. And that will be Boom Squad ball with just 50 seconds left in the game.
I don't know what to say. I didn't know what to say.
This is summertime Pro-Am basketball at its ultimate finest. We have a timeout called. We'll be right back. course, if you're just joining us, this is Toronto Pro-Am 2025. The classic summertime 4-week tournaments where some of the hidden gems in the Toronto basketball scene come around to join the community out here in the Tait McKenzie Centre to get those bragging rights, get those highlights, and put some smiles on faces with the jams, the crossovers, the crafty passes, and the classic step backs. Boom Squad right now with a second chance opportunity, trying to tie the game. We have top of the AM up 98-95. 14 seconds. It's inbounded to Case. Almost loses possession. Godwin goes for the quick three and hit the dagger. It's tied at 98 apiece. 45 seconds to go and it's anybody's game. Nicholson waves off the pick. Looking for Nigel. He's double teamed. Iced out on the wing. Almost gets the turnover. Nigel swings it back out to Otley. Otley couldn't hit the three. Iggy Hunts gets the rebound. And it's a foul call. Crucial plays and crucial possessions right here in the fourth quarter. Number 22, Iggy Hunts will make a trip to the free throw line. He's currently 8 for 10 from the free throw line, 80% free throw shooter. Very comfortable and cool-headed. Once again, top of the AM, not a stranger to being the winners of ball games, courtesy of free throw shots. We saw them edge out the win against Not a Word, courtesy of free throws, as Iggy Hunts hits the first. Iggy Hunts trying to get top of the AMs to triple digits tonight. 108-98 will make it a 2-point game with just 20 seconds left to go. As Hunts hits both. And unsurprisingly, we have a timeout called by Boom Squad. Trying to call the crucial squad play to steal this victory from top of the AM. Now, lots of avenues that Boom Squad could take. The likes of Trey Thomas sitting on 24 points tonight will be very crucial in executing the play calls. We, of course, saw Godwin Bohan with the hot hand earlier on, hitting the crucial three-pointer that tied the game at 98 apiece. Another outlet option, and Mateus Case is also present with his trademark sidestep three-point shots. He hit 2 of those in the first quarter. If there is such a time as this to be a big-time player, it's right now with 20 seconds left to go.
Is it the red jersey or the black jersey? You said red jersey?
Top of the AM. Defeated Not a Word in the opening weekend matchup. Again, courtesy of free throws. And Boom Squad lost their opening weekend fixture to Sauga City. If they lose this, they're unfortunately out of the tournament. It's in the hands of Jamal Wright with 15 seconds. Wright rejecting the option of Thomas. Finds the hands of Case. Case makes his way to the mid-range as Jamal Wright tries to clean it up, and they have to foul. And there's no worse person to foul than Iggy Hunts. Iggy Hunt, currently 10 for 12 from the free throw line, will once again make his way back. 4.2 on the game clock. And if he hits both, this might just be bye-bye for Boom Squad. They brought the boom, they brought the jams. But unfortunately, questionable shot selection might have just been their downfall tonight. Iggy Hunts to shoot 2 from the line. The missed free throw from Hunts means it's still a wide open affair. The Boom Squad have no timeout left. Still have to go for the quick three-pointer if they want to steal the lead. And that's both miss. Iggy grabs his own rebound. And that's going to see out the ball game. We have top of the AM squeezing out the victory, 198 against Boom Squad. And just like their previous game against Not a Word, it is because of the successful free throw shooting that they edge out the victory. Top of the AM will join us tomorrow in our Final Four, live and direct from the Tait McKenzie Centre. And unfortunately, that's 0 for 2 against Boom Squad. And they've had a great successful outing in the Toronto Pro-Am. Came out with great intensity. But unfortunately, key shots not going in, and an occasional questionable shot selection being their downfall. They'll be back next year. But as always, we have to give big props at top of the AM. Playing basketball the right way it's supposed to be played. Making the right extra pass when needed. Setting the right screens at the top of the key from the likes of Iggy Hunts and Tyder. And of course, we cannot forget the likes of Alex Johnson, draining 6 3-pointers on the night. Once again, this is Toronto Pro-Am 2025, live from the Tait McKenzie Centre. A special thank you to our sponsors of the night, Foot Locker Canada, Canada Basketball, and Arrête Threats. And for all those joining us live and direct, we want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. We'll be right back as we have Saga City going up against DAC and Team Miller. Stick around. And if you're heading out to all our friends in the north, south, east, and west side, we say good night.